So Dogecoin is at a make or break position right now as things are getting pretty serious for it. And in this video, I'm going to talk about where we are headed from here. So after showing a slight positive momentum in the past couple of days, we are now seeing that the overall crypto market is on the downside yet again. And although this is not a crash or a massive sell-off, things can turn out to be ugly in the following trading sessions. This is because there are some major catalysts that are hindering the positive growth of cryptos. And I'll talk about these catalysts in detail in this video. But let's first see the overall crypto market sentiment. So we can see here that after showing some improvement, the crypto fear and greed index has fallen again. It is currently standing at 20, which means that there is now extreme fear sentiment in the market. And it means that some investors are still in the doldrums whether they should invest in cryptos or not. And I think they are retail investors because we saw the other day that institutional investors have started to invest in cryptos in the last couple of weeks. So the point is that retail investors are still sitting on the downside, and this is one of the main reasons why we have not seen any significant positive growth in the crypto market for some weeks. So one of the main catalysts that are now driving this downward movement of cryptos is that the stock market is plummeting. So we can see here that the pre-markets are down. From Dow Jones and Nasdaq to S&P, stocks are facing a tough time. Moreover, the tech stocks are also down, and Facebook has been facing the most sluggish time. And it appears that macroeconomic issues have had a hand in dampening prospects for stocks to begin the year. We know that inflation concerns are dominating since December's Consumer Price Index report measured inflation of 7%, the highest level since the early 1980s. Moreover, the Federal Reserve has told the public that it would commence with a more hawkish monetary policy to curtail rampant inflation in 2022, which could mean 2, 3, or even 4 rate hikes. As a result, we are now seeing that tech stocks have faltered within the past few months. And since we know that cryptos have now become highly correlated with stocks, especially tech stocks, the overall crypto market is also going down now. And another very important thing I want to mention here is that stocks have slumped as Mark Zuckerberg's Meta Platforms crash has jolted the broader tech sector. So we are now seeing that Meta Platforms shares plunged more than 20% after the social media company posted a weaker than expected forecast. Moreover, Facebook's global daily active users declined from the previous quarter for the first time to 1.92 billion from 1.93 billion. And the company is blaming Apple's privacy changes and increased competition for users from rivals like TikTok. And this fall in Meta stocks has driven a price plummet in other tech stocks as well. All in all, things are not looking good for stocks. And as I said, this is one of the main reasons why we are seeing rising volatility in the crypto market. But this is not it. Another major catalyst behind the plummeting prices of cryptos is that the Bank of England has decided to raise interest rates again by 0.25% to 0.5%. The bank has imposed back-to-back interest rate hikes for the first time since 2004, and it has begun the process of quantitative tightening. Moreover, further rate rises from the banks are very likely in March and May, and these frequent rate hikes are now becoming a thing of concern for investors. And this is why they are sitting on the sidelines and not investing in either cryptos or stocks. And now we are seeing that some analysts are predicting that Bitcoin can face another dip in the coming days. And since Bitcoin is the leading crypto, if it goes down, then Dogecoin and other cryptos can also plummet. So Mark Newton from Fundstrat Global Advisors believes that there is a good likelihood for Bitcoin to reach a low by spring. And he has warned against getting bullish on Bitcoin now. This is because he believes that a new intermediate-term rally has not begun yet, and the minor 2-week bounce does not mean a rally is coming. Similarly, Noel Acheson, head of market insights at Genesis Global Trading, is also not bullish on Bitcoin in the short term. And according to him, indicators of the crypto derivatives market are neutral but still show a negative trend. And he believes that the crypto market is in a wait-and-see mode at the moment. So the point is that Bitcoin is in a make or break situation right now, and its short-term outlook is not looking very positive. And as I said before, the stock market is going down, and it may continue this downward movement in the coming days. We may see yet another dip for Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin goes down from here, then it is highly likely that Dogecoin will also plummet. This is because its price correlation with Bitcoin is very high, and this means that Doge is going to follow Bitcoin's price trajectory. But I still think that there is nothing to be worried about. This is because all these things that we just discussed are giving a short-term bearish outlook for Bitcoin. So this means that even if Bitcoin goes down from here, then it will finally hit the bottom of this cycle, since the long-term outlook for Bitcoin is very bullish. And once this happens, then it is highly likely that Bitcoin will move up. And once Bitcoin moves up, then Dogecoin will follow suit. And I'm saying that the long-term outlook of Bitcoin is still very bullish because we are now seeing some positive data and updates for it. For example, despite the drop in Bitcoin's price, data from Glassnode is indicating that long-term holders have continued to add to their positions while short-term holders paused. So Glassnode's balance on exchanges metric, which tracks the amount of Bitcoin held by wallets of crypto exchanges, reached the 2.52 million mark this week. And this level was last seen in April 2021, when Bitcoin reached an all-time high of 69K. So this means that despite frequent price volatility, the majority of holders are still bullish on Bitcoin. Moreover, we can see here that nearly 100,000 Bitcoins have been added to long-term holder wallets since December 2021, despite a fall in prices. And this suggests that long-term sentiment among traders remained intact despite short-term price falls. All in all, we are now seeing a rise in asset movements out of exchanges coupled with Bitcoin holding support levels. And this is an overall bullish sign for Bitcoin. Moreover, another major Bitcoin supporter, President of El Salvador Nayib Bukele, recently tweeted that he expects a gigantic price increase of Bitcoin to be only a matter of time. The reason for that, according to him, is that there are 50 million millionaires in the world, and he believes that one day, each of them will want to own at least one Bitcoin. And since there is only 21 million Bitcoin that can exist, this Bitcoin hunger will push the price through the roof. And as per a report by Morgan Stanley, Bitcoin's major drop from November's record high is nothing new, and the price correction is within historical norms. So if Bitcoin trades below 28K, the market may expect further weakness, as this is around last year's lows. And on the upside, 45K is the level to watch because that would suggest the recent downtrend may be turning around. Moreover, the report highlighted that Bitcoin has witnessed 15 bear markets since its creation in 2009, and the correction seen in recent months is within the range of what has happened before. So the point is that there is nothing to be worried about if Bitcoin is facing a correction. And just like it has happened before, Bitcoin will come out of it and move up in the future. And besides this bullish data and predictions for Bitcoin, we are now seeing that crypto adoption is increasing. And according to research data from the Giving platform, crypto donation volume rose to about $70 million in 2021 compared to $4.2 million in 2020. Moreover, crypto donation volume spiked about 1,500% or nearly 16x over the same period. And the data further revealed that the average crypto donation size was 82x larger than an average cash donation. And the average donation in crypto was estimated at around $10K compared to $128 in cash. So the research attributed this increase in crypto donations to the bull market and the growing adoption of cryptos among the common public as well as nonprofit organizations. So this is yet another evidence that crypto adoption is booming despite frequent dips in the market. And talking about crypto adoption, it appears that El Salvador is on a mission to help more and more people embrace Bitcoin. So we are now seeing that peer-to-peer Bitcoin platform Paxful is working to help Salvadorans use Bitcoin without any hassle. The platform recently announced the launch of a new educational and training center in El Salvador to enable free learning opportunities related to Bitcoin. And as part of the effort, Paxful will hold educational workshops and talks focused on Bitcoin and financial inclusion in the country. Moreover, the center will focus on growing awareness around the benefits of buying and selling Bitcoin as a means of exchange. So I think that this is very positive news, and it will likely drive the next wave of Bitcoin mass adoption. All in all, we have just seen some very bullish data and updates for Bitcoin. And this is why I think that despite all this pressure on the market right now, Bitcoin will move up in the long term. And once Bitcoin starts its upward trajectory, then Doge will likely follow it. And this is why I think that holders should remain patient and wait for Doge to surge in the long term.